$135 in 2.5 hours from the Caribbean. This is how I did it. So yeah, I'll say about 2.5 hours this trade would have taken me. And it's 115 pips for the second position. Well, the first position would be 115 pips, and the second position would have been 113 pips. So that would have been 228 pips. Got it? 228 pips. Not bad. And I watched to see if this high right here would be broken, because this was the high that was farmed before this low, in an intermediate low. Very important low right here. It's an intermediate low to me because it retraced back into this gap that was farmed when it was taking this gap right here. So it's like an unfair value gap. Welcome back to another video. It's currently Tuesday, and you know the new week start. You know yesterday was already amazing for us, and today it started great. It's still going good, but the only possible downfall is that I might have missed this trade because we already covered all this distance. It's not the full A to B, like point A to point B as yet, but it's looking like it. It's looking like it's already moving, and I'm not going to actually get that entry. So I actually have a buy limit placed here, and I sent it out to the community as well. So we're all waiting on price to come back down to 20,295. Yeah, price is still looking like it's gonna push higher. I ain't gonna enter it that high, by the way. That's why I'm saying if you know it doesn't come back down, then I miss this trade. But yeah, as you can see here on the 15-minute, there's a fair value gap right there. That fair value gap is just below this high, broken impulsively. It's just before this low right here, this intermediate low, and this fair value gap as well was filled. So yeah, this is how it is. It's a pending order, so we're not in it as yet. Account balance still at 4 something. So yeah, initially I was watching this price action since 9:30. And I saw the 9:30 candle close with a fair value gap, so I was wary about entering it, even though this candle closed above the high. Still didn't just want to open it because that wasn't enough information. On the higher time frame as well, at 9:30, it was not clear that we would be bullish, and it's not so clear as well based off of the larger time frame. Just all the information that we have, it's not that clear that we're still bullish. Maybe once we break above these highs with a full close, then, but it's still not enough information to go off of. So the most I'll do is just keep waiting on price to give me solid confirmation that I can enter this trade. To me, it's solid confirmation now that this 10 a.m. 15-minute candle closed, because it also closed with a full body, breaking this high right here, which is also a very important high, a bit more important than this one to be honest, and it has the fair value gap below it. So it's not a case where this is the only candle that has the fair value gap that is breaking the high. This fair value gap is below 50% of the move that actually broke this important high right here that was farmed before this low was taken and before the fair value gap was filled. So I'm still watching it. It's all pretty bullish to me, but I do not have an entry, and I'm not gonna just open a position just to be a part of the move when it's possible, just like it was yesterday. Like here, the price just shot up, and I was believing that I missed the opportunity to enter the trade and be a part of the move. And at some point, I thought about opening a position here, but that wouldn't be 50% of the move, and it's possible that price just come right here and keep going up. But the possibility of price coming right here and then keep going down would be too big of a loss for me to take that risk, so I don't mind missing it if the risk is this large. If the risk is small, that is something I might miss it, because what do we have to lose? But at the same time, we're in this one. I'm waiting. Hopefully we have something. It doesn't have to be as deep as yesterday's retracement before it put the push higher, but we're waiting for a retracement down to 50%. Because if you notice yesterday, if I had opened this trade here, even if my stop loss was down there, two things: I'd be squeezing, and secondly, only till once the price got up here would I be in profit. So all this period here where I was actually in profit, I wouldn't be in profit. It only would be in profit once it gets to like above here. So in the event where price didn't break above here, the recent higher low or swing higher low, if I got the order from low enough, it doesn't need to break there before I make profit. So it would be in my best interest to wait for this price to come back down. If it does not come back down, then I don't have a trade. But one thing is for sure, I won't enter it once it's this high. You know, even though everything is matching up my criteria, everything here is saying that this price is gonna go up. Yes, it is not saying that this price won't come down before it go up. It's just saying that it go up. So if I could get it at a good point before it go up, rather than just get it at a point when it's going up, I'm going to capitalize far more, and I'm going to minimize my risk far more, and I'm going to feel much better in this trade. You know, I'm going to have a lot more reasons to hold it, you know. But yeah, that's it for now. I just wanted to open the camera and give you guys an update on where we are, how it's looking, the day, and also remind you to like and subscribe if you haven't done it as yet, because as you can tell, we back on the bullshit. And we're trying to be as consistent as possible, so hope you join us along for the ride. And I'm gonna open the camera in a couple of minutes and give you guys the update. I might record the second part of this video on the laptop now, because I get the OBS and everything set up on it. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So we're back, and yeah, good news in it. But the thing is, I did not hold this trade for the entire distance that I could have held it for. I was watching it, I had it up on the laptop as you've seen in the screen recording. I wanted to keep the footage there because I still wanted you guys to see the trade play out. So that's why I recorded on the laptop. But the thing is, I was showing one of my friends who, you know, used to be a trader, but I was trying to encourage him to get back into trading, and I showed him the trade section on my MT5, which, as you know, I'm trying not to do. But in showing him that, I ended up seeing the profits myself. And when we were just right here at like 365, 2365, I closed the trade. Because I showed him actually when it was like here, like now coming to break even, a little bit above break even for the second position, but the first position, and the second position was all that much in profit. So I closed the trade, and I sent out to the community as well that I'm closing the trade right here, and they could bring their stop loss to break even. Because the thing is, I didn't actually send this second position out as an entry. I just told them that I'm entering a smaller position right here. Lot size, not lot size, the stop loss is the same as the trade before, the buy limit, and the take profit is a little bit higher, right where we just paused. So there's that. So the thing is, I initially told them I took partials, but I told them I closed the trade, and I suggest you do the same, or take partials and bring stop loss to break even. If they done that, then TP would still get it. So great job. Honestly, the only thing keeping me up is the fact that everyone from the community managed to catch this full TP. But I'm very much disappointed in myself, because checking the screen, bro, I know what I'm working on. I know it's my weakness. I know seeing these numbers affects my decision making. So man, it's possible that this trade could have passed the challenge, because not gonna hold you, even though I closed the trade early, we're still in this much profit. So you can see here, the line is going up. We're at $618 in profit. So yeah, I don't even care about the target. You could see the target, but I ain't even gonna pronounce it because I don't care about it. So yeah, I just traded on this 10K account, and I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to manage my risk appropriately. Same lot size. The maximum lot size I'm using is 0.05, and you know, if I'm entering multiple positions, I would use a 0.02 or a 0.03, sometimes even 0.01, just to, you know, manage, just to make sure my risk is managed well. But yeah, I'm still really disappointed in myself for not holding, because it didn't really take that long after I closed the trade. It would be 4 to 5 minutes. So this entire trade itself is with like an hour and a half maybe. Okay, so the first trade is about like 4 hours, but the second trade is just from entry to TP. I'd say about 2.5 maybe, because this hourly is not it didn't go down as soon as it was created. So yeah, I'll say about 2.5 hours this trade would have taken me. And it's 115 pips for the second position. Well, the first position would be 115 pips, and the second position would have been 113 pips. So that would have been 228 pips. Got it? 228 pips. Not bad. But I'm very, very grateful for what I got out of this trade. The move was smooth. It wasn't like, you know, no hassle or anything. I was barely in any drawdown. I kinda expected drawdown for this first position. It was just kinda like, I want to say like a tester, but at the same time, you know, I still managed the risk. I still, if it was going to TP, I would still be, you know, I would still feel like I was correct. But at the same time, I didn't know if this retracement would come, so that's why I put it here. Regardless, this trade was another success. I think I made $135 off of this trade, so $135 in 2.5 hours. Not bad. Real quick before we go, let me just like give you guys a breakdown of this trade, including with the volume here. So this morning we had this sweep down here, right? It doesn't look too important, but what you noticed about this sweep is that here on this leg of the market, not exactly this sweep as yet, but on this leg of the market we have a high, and then this low over here being broken, this low right here. It was broken impulsively, yes. With the close, price came back up into the gap and then broke the low that broke this low here. However, when price came back into that gap and broke that low, it failed to break this low right here, right? So seeing that, I waited on price action. Remember, I do not trade before 9:30, but on 9:30's open, I saw this bullish bar right here, this candle, and it had the fair value gap and everything in it, but it was 9:30. So I was wary of that because I don't take fair value gaps that farm exactly at 9:30. But regardless, sometimes it's, you know, possible to take. You just gotta know when. I can't just explain and tell you when, you know. But it's possible I can if you want to know in the next video or future video, whatever the case is. But I saw that gap and I watched to see if this high right here would be broken, because this was the high that was farmed before this low, in an intermediate low, very important low right here. It's an intermediate low to me because it retraced back into this gap that was farmed when it was taking this gap right here. So it's like an unfair value gap, something I explained in my previous videos. If you don't understand, just go back and watch them. But so this fair value gap made this low very important. And because this very important low was broken, the high that was farmed before this low was broken, I monitored that, right? I didn't want to see this high get broken. All this price action could have happened, and if this high wasn't broken here and closed above, I wouldn't enter. But I saw that it was broken on this leg that still included the fair value gap, but price broke above this high, and I waited to see if price would come back. Actually, I didn't wait, but I entered somewhere like around here at 10:15 or so, and just gave the same parameters out to the chat as well, because, you know, every trade I enter, I'm transparent with. I'm trying my best to be transparent with. So price ended up coming back into that fair value gap, that same fair value gap that was farmed at 9:30. I said, all right, this might be the only chance I get. It's either a risk it or a biscuit. In addition to that, I had volume on the side where I noticed here at 10:30 and 10:15 the volume was high for selling, but there wasn't any like structure for selling. The candles themselves had a little bit of size, but it wasn't like gapping or giving any type of displacing movement or anything like that. So it was mostly just up and then down and close. At the end of it, I also saw this bullish volume bar. I don't know if you could see it very well, but let me just. So this bullish volume bar right here is smaller than the two previous bearish volume bars, yet the candle itself is larger than both of the bearish candles themselves. So seeing that, I was able to say maybe this price still wants to go up, but there's a lot of volume that could be carrying it down, or it needs to make a retracement that to fill this gap here, or moving efficiently as they might call it, or whatever. Regardless, I didn't see any structure for price to sell off. No lows being broken impulsively, fair value gaps, nothing gonna close below it, anything like that. So I waited, and I knew that this fair value gap would act as support for the move to the upside. It would have to retrace at some point. Set my buy limit right there. Price came down, tapped me into the trade, and just went straight for TP. Honestly, like, I ain't even gonna kid ya, bro. This was a quick trade based on like the amount of time it's been taken for my trades to go to TP, if they're going to TP at all. And I've been closing trades early, only this trade and yesterday's trade. But yeah, the psychological part of this whole charts part of MT5 is real. Seeing the numbers, seeing your equity and balance and all of that, you get downfalls. You get benefits and you get downfalls, but the downfalls outweigh the benefits by far. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one though. I'm gonna make these videos too drawn out or anything. I'm definitely gonna have to catch you guys in the next one. It should be tomorrow. Hopefully we get a trade. I'm going to try to open a camera regardless of whether we get the trade or not. But until then, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.